How can you know what the bottom of the lake looks like without a fish locator? Good morning, guys and girls. May 27, almost the end of May. Looking at the book of Psalms, Psalms 104:9. 104:9. You set borders, talking to God, you set borders for the seas that they cannot cross. You set borders for the seas that they cannot cross. Here's what I wrote about that. Tidal waters have always presented a challenge for me in bass fishing, to say the least. It is really, really difficult to fish tidal waters. Just about the time I think I figured it out, the tide beats me again. The one thing that seems pretty consistent in those is that low tides are better, while high tides are difficult. I found also that if you're fishing tidal water, if you have tidal water that's really moving rapidly downward, in other words, it's falling downward, it seems like a crankbait works better than anything else. If you're having water when the tide's high, once it starts falling, it seems like a crankbait works better than any other type bait in that rapidly falling tide. It seems like the low tide, obviously it seems like that's better than any other when it's low than when it's high. But tide is, the main thing in tides is kind of like just a regular lake out there, is if you'll figure out about what depth the fish are, then just fish that depth no matter what the tide is. But it doesn't work quite the same because fish move a lot because of that tide. It forces them down. Isn't it amazing how the tides work? How timely they are, how predictable they are. I mean, we can know to the second on any body of water, to the exact spot, what's going to happen. What a mighty God who can control these huge bodies of water. Think about that. And move them up and down, in and out on a daily basis. God never says, oops, and accidentally allows the tide to rise another 20 feet. He does it exactly, precisely the same all over the world, all over the world. He is precise with these gigantic bodies of water. Listen to this, and this is really cool. We've got faith enough to build homes and businesses right on these waterfronts. Recognizing this power is the beginning of understanding of just how powerful God really is. I was thinking about that as I was reading through here today and thinking about we've got faith. When I said we've got faith, not just Christians have faith, not just believers in faith, even atheists. Even atheists will build his house or his business right on the waterfront with the water right down there, knowing that God's not going to one day go, whoops, sorry about that, let that tide get 20 foot higher, and now it's in your upstairs bedroom. He's got faith in God that God can control that tide so precisely that water's going to come up just so far and stop every day, and it's going to go back down. It's going to come up, it's going to go down. We have giant floodings and giant catastrophes around when they have hurricanes. It causes the water to get way higher than what it does normally on a tide, and it causes millions and billions of dollars worth of damage. You think about it, if it wasn't for God, that could happen just on a nonchalant basis. Just occasionally, the tide could rise another 15 or 20 or 30 feet, and it would be billions of damage. They said, what happened? I don't know. God was taking a nap. He let that tide rise too high. That's how powerful God really is. He's so powerful that he can take these huge bodies of water all over the world and can control them exactly, precisely, exactly. That's the God that I serve. That's the God that, you think about that. If you don't believe in God thinking about that, something's wrong with you. Okay, here's our tip. Here's our tip for today. Take pictures of water at low levels to know where to fish when the water comes back up. That's a real simple deal right there. We have a lot of times in the South. The last 2 years, we've had so much rain all over the South that we haven't hardly had a low lake. But we have lakes that get down 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. And we got a lot of things showing where we would catch bass when that water comes back up. So if you'll go out there and take pictures of all those places and have those pictures handy, when the water comes back up, you'll know exactly where to go. Now, you can also do what we did in today's time and just go out there and drop a waypoint on that spot. You can drop a waypoint on a spot where, you see a pile of rocks, or you see a bend in a creek channel, or you see a brush pile or something out there that, whoa, when this lake's back up normal, that's going to be 12 foot deep. Going to be a great place to bass fish. So take pictures when the water's down. You can go in there and drop a waypoint in places where the water's down. You'll know exactly where to fish when that water comes back up. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. If you're not subscribed to the Catch of the Day channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button. You can hit that notification bell. It's going to ding every morning at 5 o'clock Central Time. Have you a great one today. I love you.